what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Winston. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The kick by Lutz is good, and they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down.
19 Tiger.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And taken down just shy of the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah,
this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 55 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown from the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Sanders. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. Steps away. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side after a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jameis now on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nakobe Dean able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A big play there for Philly. 46 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They loved it.
Made me stand up on that run, because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward it for that one. A big-time monster run.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Winston thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Sanders toss left side. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 38 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
23 yards the pickup there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a run up the middle with Washington. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Jones diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
183 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw is Winston. A short one to the tight end Troutman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the Eagles season will continue at least 1 more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.